regardless of the comp. So I think Jumong is just a good answer to Team Hyped in general.
Yeah, for sure. Well, guess what?
What?
Draft!
Wow! Amazing! Look at him, here.
I love doing that.
I like yelling.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yelling's super fun.
So obviously you don't want to give Mini Ulrich because no thank you. And then Thorn getting banned out on the side of Dolos because, yeah, your Nightmare is pretty crazy on that Thorn.
Yeah. Did you do that intentionally?
Yeah.
Your Nightmare used to be called Crazy.
Yeah,
you know that?
I did.
Did you actually?
You said it earlier. So
Oh, okay. Good job. Proud of you.
You're welcome.
Keep it up. Rook! We got the Rook pick for Dolos coming up, and then we have the Iva on Team Hyped, the natural answer to the Rook. What map are we on? You know what map we're on? Are we on a map? We're certainly on a map, right?
On a map of some sort. Blackstone Knight.
Oh, we're on Blackstone Knight.
Oh, Ormond Temple Knight.
We're on Ormond Temple Knight. This is a good Rook map. It's a very good Rook map here.
Very good Rook map. And Jumong goes through, so Raigon Iva. Whew, man. Dolos.
I feel like the problem with banning out the Thorn is that your Nightmare is going to play the same way on any character. You're going to have to deal with like the same scary thing.
I think they're trying to block out the wrong guy.
Yeah, I think so too. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
But I mean,
band's coming out.
They banned out the Jumong earlier and let them have the Varesh, and they still were Dolos were still successful. Yeah, Team Hype did take a game. Maybe this is their test. Maybe they're like, all right, let's see if it's like that with other comps too.
Maybe, but yeah. I think that last experiment should be really swift. If you get 5-0 that easily,
this is a lot.
Yeah, you should ban out the Jumong.
Yeah.
So, but I don't really agree with it. But we'll see. We'll see if they got things figured out and see if you know what. We can handle the Jumong. We're not worried about it, but we don't want to play the Thorn. They think the pain point is the Thorn. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'll go with that. If you think the pain point is the Thorn, start winning games. Yeah,
I think Dolos just has such an advantage in this game. Jumong very good on this map because Rain of Arrows. There's not as many places to run out of it. The corridors are so tight. Rook's in caps are like the easiest thing in the world on this map.
Yeah.
So just in general, very very strong map for Rook here.
All right, and here we go, map number 4. Dolos has a chance to close this out, move on to play against United in the EU final.
We have Ivar, he's back on that Raigon, something we didn't mention, but really should, because look at this start, he's doing so well already.
Yeah, absolutely, and trying to push it through. He actually getting trade damage on the backside against Lumi. But yes, this comp for Team Hyped works so much better in the previous maps.
Yeah, oh my gosh, already Lumi getting chunked down so hard. The orb did go to Dolos as well, very good for them. And already Team Hyped caught up in this choke, not where you want to be. And Jurgen's just posting up. He's like, what's up, dude? Yeah. You guys can't come in, stay there. Stay in that choke.
Even in capped, he is terrifying. They do not want to approach.
Dude, he's scary. Look at his outfit. Look at what Jumong wears. Like, I wouldn't mess with a guy that wears like a
He is the real beast hunter.
Yeah, for real.
Push through.
Ooh, a lot of damage here coming out onto Lumi. He has to play a little bit safe, and your Nightmare is actually being turned on him, Jorby. This is so not good for the blue team, as your Nightmare, Jurgen is committing everything to try to get to him.
Wow, he used the ult to escape. He was in so much trouble.
Yeah.
Your Nightmare, he didn't have a lot of health, but he had the counter hit and just did so much damage onto him, and Lumi goes down. Dolos just execution is perfect.
I think there was just a misplay there out of the side of Team Hyped. You know, Lumi and Ivar got a little bit excited by that Dragon Palm. Your Nightmare was forced into the spawn of Team Hyped, but Mini couldn't keep up. So Lumi and Ivar went into the spawn to chase the Rook, but there was no healer there to help him out.
Right.
So they just ended up taking too much damage and trading unfavorably against two characters that heal so much in and of themselves. The Rook with his EX M1, and also the Jumong, whenever he procs the Seeker's Mark, he gets healing on his M1. So just in general, you got to be super careful about how you're grouping up and whether or not you're with your healer.
Yeah, absolutely. You said it absolutely perfectly. Dolos starting off right where they left off.
Yeah.
And it's 6 straight rounds. This is rough right now for Team Hype. They do not have any kind of answer. I do like trying to put Ivar back onto Raigon. That is what worked for them. And the early game definitely worked out really well for them, but Dolos fought right back in there.
Yeah, Ivar, he's taking quite a bit of damage to start this one off. He's caught in the trap and going to have to Heavenly Strike out. Not a great start. Oh, he does footwork around that Rain of Arrows though. Up top. Oh my god. What happened to Bambi?
Rock into face, into arrows, into bows, into, yeah.
This just in, Rock beats Deer.
Rock beats Deer, and Deer dies.
Yeah.
Well,
she's getting pretty close up top. She's very low, and an end cap is going to come out. That's going to set up an easy, steady shot from Jurgen, and he's on that full bar energy. Look at this choke. The Dolos are just keeping Team Hyped right out of it. They can't get inside. And end cap, though.
Yeah, and push it right through, but he does zap, keeping it away. That could have been big damage. Lumi trying to get this stun onto your Nightmare. They get it. Not going to hit the counter. Ivar goes in, and they get the kill.
Yeah, that was a huge kill. Very important for them to take down your Nightmare in that moment. That one lapse of cooldown cooldowns for him. They do get the kill, and they show they're not out of it just yet. Tractor beam coming out.
He's not gonna get anything though.
Nah, he tried his best.
Yeah.
The Gust is gonna be there for Mini. Jurgen's trying to do what he can.
Ooh,
And he's at a lot of HP, and they get the orb. DOLOS get it with the Rain of Arrows. Even though they're down a character, DOLOS are actually up in terms of HP.
They are up, and Jurgen doing work on this Jumong. Let's see if he can do it to perfection. The Rain of Arrows gonna keep Ivar away, but the stun, does it get through? No, Prowl is available to get away from Lumi.
Jurgen is gonna have to do so much work if they want to win this round, and he's in a scary situation here up against this wall. Definitely needs to get this orb too, but they won't. Team Hyped end up getting it thanks to the machine gun. Yeah, machine gun confirms, and Dance of the Dryas just popped trying to confirm from Clarny. Clarny was not able to find it, so now trying to find a stun, trying to find a way out, but in capped again. Jurgen still has a ton of health and not for long. Pushed in, double tractor beam stun, no, but it does get the stun on the Clarny and the Dance of the Dryad. That's just too many combos for you to survive, Clarny. Good night. Yeah, really nice play by Ivar. Even though he was weakened, he used that Dragon Palm to knock the opposing Blossom out to the sudden death, and that 15 damage tick from the sudden death is not going to care if you're weak or if the enemy is weakened or not. So because of that, Clarny couldn't make it back in. He did die, and Team Hype to claim their first round of this game 4. The beginning of that game started off really well for your Nightmare. He had everyone pushed up, and Team Hype got pushed up to the top. But the problem was he lost over half of his health, and now DOLOS was still in a really good position. But then after he went up, he tried to hit a rush. He ended up missing the rush because of the tractor beam from Lumi, and he had to get out. Instead, he throws a rock, he stays up, he takes a ton of damage, and then he tries to get out. They lose the orb, and then he tries to retreat. Ivar realizes what's going on, doesn't hit the counter, he dies. Yep, doesn't quite work out for him for the reasons you state. Now DOLOS, they will want to have a better start, but their start is not nearly as good as their last game. Jurgen takes quite a bit of damage, and up top, Ivar's actually done okay. Yeah, Ivar has had a lot of success on this Rygon. Ivar's seen better starts from Jumong. Yeah. Well, in this very series. Yeah, just earlier today, in fact. Oh, he's taking a lot of stuns. Your Nightmare, he's got to get out of this. Yeah, your Nightmare. Oh, that's a bad rush. He took a huge chunk of damage from that, and now the other two members of Team Hyped are committing onto him. The weaken was applied, but the zap was immediately thereafter. Your Nightmare getting so low, he has 1 bar of energy. Oh, mistimed it. Yeah, he didn't get the eat off, and he is going to die. Your Nightmare, even though he's Rook on Ormond Temple Knight, not having the best of games. He's just going, he's getting too hungry, if you will. Hungry. Yeah, he's getting too hungry. He wants to keep going in. I think that he's just not choosing his battles smartly here. It can be difficult, but Ivar is just taking advantage of it. I love Rygon. I love Ivar on Rygon right now. Yeah, he's been playing it so well, and you can just see the comfortability right now. I know that Ivar's usually the range. He usually plays range, and Lumi usually on Thorn, or I believe he plays Bako sometimes. But this switch up is really working. You can feel how much more comfortable that Team Types is on this composition. Definitely. Ivar looks really good on this Rygon too, and it's something we saw earlier on in BPL. In the regular season, we saw people just banning out the Rygon versus Team Hyped because he's so good at it. Ivar looks so good on this character, and his team play around him so well. They always ensure he has enough HP to succeed, and we really see it in these last couple rounds. Mini doing a great job to help his ally. Unless DOLOS can figure it out, we might be going to map 5 for the second time. Yeah, not as great a start from Ivar at this point. Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage, but return back in a counter. Almost caught a rush there too. He actually finds Ivar on the rush, getting a lot of value. Your Nightmare is actually a redemption round for him, if you will. Yeah. Getting a lot of value all over the field. Yeah, so much damage from that armor break onto Ivar too. Armor break plus EXM2 from Jumong is absolutely insane. The ultimate's gonna whip as well. That's a big energy spend for nothing. When your Nightmare rushes out of that stun dance of the Triads coming out for Team Hype, but eaten by the Gust. Clarny. He throws a Boom Bloom into that parry too. Very unfortunate. This orb is up and it's going to go to DOLOS. That's pretty big as they're now up 20%. Yeah, DOLOS, the ult coming in for Your Nightmare. He hits 2 of them and he almost gets the 3rd, but just missed. Your Nightmare. I like how he chooses to go for these greens in this instance too. He understands if he plays safe and just gets enough max recoverable HP, there's like no way DOLOS lose this round. He now goes in, tries to get up some energy. He does, but the end cap is missed. Yeah. Well, he's keeping Mini out of this fight and turned right back on to Lumi. Lumi, not a lot of health. That armor break going to keep him out of the fight for a little bit longer. Dance of the Triads doing a ton of damage. The stun, does he get
get it. No, the M2's going to survive for now, and they bail him out. He's going to go straight in off of it. Off the tree he goes, and that was a dangerous situation for Your Nightmare, but he gets out.
Yeah, Jurgen just barely missed a Dragon Slayer due to the M2 of Ivar. Very nicely played by Ivar, ensuring he doesn't get killed there. And then Your Nightmare immediately goes and gets those greens like we talked about. The center orb once again going to DOLOS, and even though it looked scary for a second, they're now comfortably sitting at a lot of HP again. Ivar goes down.
Ivar goes down, Dance of the Dryads finishes him off, and the Root gonna keep Illumi away, and then misses the Dragon Slayer.
Jurgen, that was gonna be sick.
Come on.
I thought for sure he was just gonna let it fly into Mini, and Mini was gonna get like eviscerated into that wall. But
it would have been sick.
It would have been sick.
Come on, Yugi.
Why you gotta do us like this? You call him Yugi? Nice.
Yeah.
Yurgi? Yurgi.
Yeah, Yurgi.
Yep, 2-2 now in this game 4. Things looking very even. The Rook, not quite as dominant as we expected, but I guess at the end of the day it makes sense because, you know, Rygon does very similar things to Rook in terms of walls. They both like to throw their enemies up against them, so it's more of an equal playing field as both of these characters benefit.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll see. Team Hyped got to fight back again.
This is really scary here for Jurgen. He's up against the wall. He's got nowhere to run back. He finally gets a couple weapon charges and enough energy for Trowel, but still, the damage has been done.
Yeah, he took a ton of damage. That really HP knocked down to that, I believe, 150 or 160.
Yeah, not desirable.
Yeah, not at all. Your Nightmare up against Lumi, actually doing some damage, trying to target switch, but missed the rush. Luckily, not too far out of position as he was farther back. So, trying to find the rush, and Lumi, or not Lumi, excuse me, Ivar getting some value there. The huge Bloom and the stun on the tractor beam going to do a lot of damage over onto Your Nightmare. He's in a lot of trouble right now. Team Hype want to get this kill right here, and the tree going to knock right in front of the face of Your Nightmare.
Yeah, that was a beautiful freestyle combo onto the Rook there. It all just kind of happened. The Team Hype playing around each other very well, recognizing the situation that the Rook was in, and it's not getting any better for him. The situation's so bad. The stun's about to land. He eats the taser stun and then dies immediately after. DOLOS looking like they're going to drop this round as no one on the side of Team Hype is within burst range. We'll see if Jurgen can try to make something happen, but they all just have too much HP. Ivar, he's getting close, but the machine gun going to finish off Jurgen.
Yeah, that one's going to be GG's down for round 5. Team Hype take the lead again, and it seems like when they have this composition, Ivar gets that comfort Rygon pick. It just goes back and forth the whole way to round 9.
Absolutely, and we see why the Rygon was banned out in the regular season so often against Team Hype. Ivar is just so good at this character.
Too good, man.
He's super good at this character.
Yeah, they don't really have a response for it, but obviously we've been talking a lot about him. Yes. I just want to shout out Lumi again.
Of course, yeah.
Lumi landing these tasers, he is so sick on them every single time, and it has been a big reason why they've been able to shut down what DOLOS is trying to do.
Yeah, and it's so important to hit your tasers against the Rook. Like we talked about in that last fight, it was the reason Rook died. He ate that taser, ate that stun, and went down because of it. And once again, up top, the taser landing, and Rook having no luck early on.
Well, Team Hype, they really want this. They want it bad. They want to get this 4th round and try to fight for this map 5. And Your Nightmare.
Dude,
sorry, buddy.
He's living his own nightmare.
Yep.
He has 1 bar of energy in a dream. He's got not nearly enough HP to work with. They need the orb, and they do get it, but he's still down to just 24 HP, 9 dead.
He was stunned for more real time than he was actually not stunned.
Yeah, he like could barely move. And
I would be so frustrated if I was Your Nightmare right now.
I think he just needs to be more measured with his aggression. It's a phrase I keep using today, but it's because I'm seeing teams be successful when they are aggressive in small doses. You know, like he's charging into an Iva Blossom and just expecting to like be successful. It's like you can't do that. You're a Rook. You you can't just go in against like a Blossom and an Iva and expect to come out okay. And he ate a taser. He went down because of it, and he just had no place.
You have to find a way to bait out this taser because this taser is literally the only thing that's shutting him down right now.
Yeah.
If you can bait that out, you have a free hit onto Lumi or the back line onto Mini. It doesn't matter. You have to get rid of that front. It's literally its own front line right now.
Yeah.
It is stopping all of DOLOS.
That spell block is just so big and you can't trigger it. Oh man, he's taking a lot of damage already too. Already taking a chunk of true HP and he has no energy. This is looking like Team Hype's round. But Jurgen's not doing any better either. Ooh.
No, Jurgen's taking a lot of damage. Jurgen going down. Oh yeah, Jurgen's dead. Yep. Oh my goodness, double rain. Not gonna do anything for him. Dance of the Dryads coming out just trying to get some damage out. Team Hype gonna take this map easily.
Yeah, and it's gonna even out the series to 2-2. Both of these teams having a game in which they won dominantly, and now we're going to the ever-important map 5 to see who goes to the grand finals.
2 map 5s today. This is insane.
Yeah.
I love Team Hype coming back after you got 5-0 whipped
Yeah.
like electro whipped.
Like dumpstered.
Yeah, like straight up fire in the dumpster and
Gasoline in the dumpster.
diesel fuel dumped.
Yeah.
You came out and turned out that you are immune to fire.
Yeah.
And you came right back at it, and game number 5 will be getting underway shortly. That was a really solid play by Team Hype. Obviously, I can't stress enough how